Hey RMAX Rebels, today we're going to go over the installation of the air injection block-off plate for the Yamaha RMAX 1000. So this one's going to be a pretty easy installation. I'm going to link the product below in the description. You'll be able to head over to rmaxrebels.com and purchase that. So what we're going to do next is, for the two-seater, you'll be able to access it underneath the bed. And what you'll see over here is the air injection plate right there. So up next, what we're going to want to do is get in here and loosen the two bolts on each side of the injection. So once you get those two bolts off, you're actually just going to pop this right off, just like that. You're going to keep that gasket in place. What we're going to do next is we're going to loosen this clamp off of this air injection plate. And it might be a little stiff. Hardest part is fitting in underneath of this bed. Just get a little space in between that. That pops off, so here's the stock air injection plate that we just removed. We kept the gasket and everything in place. All right, so next up we got the RMAX Rebels air injection block-off plate. So keep in mind, we're going to be actually tightening this to the left. And also keep in mind this is aluminum. So I'm going to go hand tight. Obviously, if you want to look up the torque specs on this, if there are any, you can properly torque it. I'm just going to make sure that it's going to be hand tight. Just like that. Perfect. So after we've installed the air injection block-off plate, next thing we have to do is cap this hose off. Now we did provide two different caps, and I'll explain why here in a second. You've got the black one and the white one. So what we can do, what I probably suggest, is we're going to cap off this hose with this white cap, just like that. And it's going to take a little bit of silicone and maybe a little bit of heat to get that pushed in there. Second option would be to follow this hose all the way back to here. What we can do is remove the hose completely, block it off with that black cap and a couple of zip ties. Reason being, I'm going to do it at the end of this hose, is I think it's a little easier, to be quite honest, an easier, cleaner install. Second, if you do have to replace this, air injection Blockoff plate back with the original stock air injection plate, it's going to be pretty simple. I'm actually going to choose to block off the hose, and then we can just tuck that back down in there. Best way is a little bit of silicone or some type of grease on both the plug and the hose. You're going to just want to kind of work it in there. We may or may not even need to use a little bit of heat, but we've sized this plug pretty perfectly to where you shouldn't have any problems with it popping out, and just enough difficulty getting it in. Just like that. So after you install the Blockoff plug, you'll notice I chose to keep the stock factory clamp on it. It's not large enough to clamp itself back over this plug. However, my thought process is keep that there for in the future in case we need to swap the air injection plate back on and take this off. So what you can do is we've also included a couple of tiny little zip ties. I'm only going to choose to zip tie it once because it's tight. Once you install it, you'll see what we mean. You want to choose to put 2 on there, go for it. Just make sure it's nice and tight. Just like that. And then you can come in here, clip the excess away. And that's going to be it for the install of the air injection Blockoff plate. Don't forget it does pair beautifully with the Richard Fochs exhaust tip. That sounds beautiful. And appreciate you guys watching. See you next time.
The older you do get, the more rules are gonna try to get you to follow. You just gotta keep living, man. Livin'.